The best way to predict your future is to create it. I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. A woman is the only thing I am afraid of that I know will not hurt me. No matter how much cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do, and how to do it. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell, it is simply purgatory. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. No man is good enough to govern another man without the other's consent. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of earth. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God cannot long retain it. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. When I do good I feel good, when I do bad I feel bad, and that's my religion. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. The things I want to know are in books. My best friend is the man who'll get me a book I ain't read. Stand with anybody that stands right, stand with him while he is right and part with him when he goes wrong. Gold is good in its place, but loving, brave, patriotic men are better than gold. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it, give him a chance. When I am getting ready to reason with a man, I spend 1/3 of my time thinking about myself, and what I am going to say, and 2/3 about him, and what he is going to say. I never had a policy, I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. The highest art is always the most religious, and the greatest artist is always a devout person. The people will save their government, if the government itself will allow them. These men ask for just the same thing, fairness, and fairness only. This, so far as in my power, they, and all others, shall have. I hope to stand firm enough to not go backward, and yet not go forward fast enough to wreck the country's cause. I do not think I could myself be brought to support a man for office whom I knew to be an open enemy of, and scoffer at, religion. I am naturally anti-slavery. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. I cannot remember when I did not so think and feel.